Today's podcast is brought to you by Quantrix Modeler Introductory Training, teaching the fundamental foundation that you need to become a Quantrix master. Go to quantrixauthority.com to learn more. Hey, welcome back to another netcast. I'm Rich Lopez, Quantrix Authority. Sincerely appreciate you joining me today for episode number 191, Calculate the Number of Days in a Month. I came across this one last night. I got to be honest, I was going to do something manual, but then I realized, hey, I should never do anything manual. I should just let Quantrix work its magic. What I was going to do manual is I had this table where I had a timeline of month and year. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to populate this matrix with the number of days that were in a month. So in January, if you can believe it or not, I was half tempted to come in here and simply type in 31 for all my Januaries. And then in February's, all my 28ths. March's 31 and so forth. Problem is sometimes February has 29 days on your leap year, so then I'd probably have to go out and look at my calendar and figure out what years had leap years. And I just thought, no, there's got to be a better way. This is Quantrix Modeler, so how am I going to do that? Well, first off, what I would do is I'd go ahead and add a new category, and I would rename date, or this D1 item, as date. And then what I'm going to say is date is equal to timeline date, okay? And that gives me the first day of each one of these periods or each of these months, all right? And the cool thing about this is it does scale, right? If I hit enter, it goes ahead and gives me the first day of each month. Well, now what I want to do is I want to get the count of the days in each month, and simply in order to get that, I'm simply going to take this day, subtract this day, and get that by the number of days. And how I do that is I'm going to call this number of days. Then I'm going to say number of days equals datedif. I'm going to use the datedif function, and my date of date 1 is going to be the date of this month, okay, and the date of my month next. And what is the interval that I want on my datedif? Well, it's going to be D, so I put that in double quotes and I hit enter. I'm going to change this number of days to be an integer format, if you will. And as you can see, 2016, leap year was 29 days. I have 28 until I get to 2020, and then indeed I have 29 days. And if I go ahead, you can see that this date's not populating here, number of days, because I don't have anything going on after 2020, but as soon as I hit 2021, it does populate. I'm always just going to have maybe the straggler on my last December of my very last year. But anyway, if I want to get the number of days in a month, that's how I would do it, using the datedif function within Quantrix. This certainly does enable scale. And it's much better than, typing in 3129, 3130, 3130, yada, 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 as I was tempted to do. Shame on me for doing that. Anyway, I hope you find that useful. If you have any questions about Quantrix, I do hope that you'll reach out to me at quantrixauthority@gmail.com. I absolutely love Quantrix. I really do want to make you a Quantrix master, and I really do offer this service for you to ask me any question for free, and you'll be featured on the podcast because I want to help you become a Quantrix master. So please join me again for another episode of Quantrix Authority with Rich Lopez.